Hello my dear little ones, welcome back to our EVS class. Now we are discussing our third chapter, Water, the Elixir of Life. In this chapter, we already discussed about the topics like sources of water, uses of water, and the situations where water is being wasted. I think all of you studied the topics very well. Dear little ones, shall we start our today's session? Okay, on today, at first, we have to do an activity that is given in your textbook of page number 41. Did you see it? The things needed for doing this activity are water, filler, spoon, glass, cup and a bucket. First, we have to fill water in the spoon using a filler. We have to count the number of water drops needed to fill the spoon. By doing this, we can understand that how many drops of water are needed to fill a spoon. Again, repeat the activity. Next, we have to find out how many spoons of water are needed to fill a glass. For this, we have to fill the glass with water by using spoon. From this activity, we can understand that how many spoons of water are needed to fill the glass. Again, repeat the activity. Here, we have to find out how many glasses of water are needed to fill a cup. For this, we have to fill the cup with water by using glass. We have to count the number of glasses of water needed to fill the cup. Next, we have to find out how many cups of water are needed to fill a bucket. For this, we have to fill the bucket with water by using cup. From this, we can identify that how many cups of water are needed to fill a bucket. From this activity, we can understand that how many fillers of water are needed to fill a spoon, how many spoons of water are needed to fill a glass, how many glasses of water are needed to fill a cup? Then finally, how many cups of water are needed to fill a bucket? Dear children, so let's think how many buckets of water are we using like this every day for various purposes. Every single drop of water is more precious. Do not waste even a single drop of water. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. So, we have to save even a little drops of water. Okay, my dear children, did you understand? All of you have to do this activity in your home. Okay? Shall we move on to the next topic? Okay. In your textbook of page number 42, we can see two pictures. Did you see it? What do you see in this picture? Yes, two wells are there. We know that well is one of the sources of water. Which of the two well water will you use for drinking? First one or the second one? Second one. Why? Yes, the well seen in the first picture is not clean. Most of the people depend on wells for drinking water, so wells must be kept clean always. There are many reasons for the pollution of well water. Pollution means causing damage. Now we have to find out the activities to keep well water clean. First one, we have to cover the well with a net. Second one, The well must have a protective fencing around it. Third one, people do not take bath or wash clothes near the well. And the last one, the septic tank must keep away from the well. Once more, my little ones, the activities to keep well water clean. First one, well is covered with net. Second, the well must have a protective fencing around it. Third one, people do not take bath or wash clothes near the well. And fourth one, the septic tank must keep away from the well. Okay, my dear little ones, did you understand? Shall I give you an activity? All of you take page number 42. In your textbook, we can see some vessels. You have to color the vessels that we use to store water. And you have to find out the vessel which contain maximum water and the vessel which contain the least amount of water. Okay, my dears, will you do the activity? Okay, very good. Okay, dear children, now it's time for winding up our today's class. See you in the next video. Thank you.